Hello and welcome to HawkTalk. It's my Hawk's Geek Culture podcast where we talk about geek stuff, nerdy stuff, and all sorts of awesome. My name is Danny Shepard, and joining me as always is my lovable band of goons, starting with Tony Smith.
What it do, baby boo?
Jeremy Lee.
That young.
And Melissa Moon.
Hey.
Hope you guys had a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. Sorry we missed last week. I'll be honest, I totally forgot about last week's HawkTalk. We were just
I assumed we were just on holiday break.
Sure. That's
we'll go with that.
Me too. Yeah, totally thought that that's what we were doing. I totally didn't just forget.
I forgot.
Yeah, me too. So, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. We are actually live streaming part of this episode via Instagram. We got Jimmy over there in the corner shooting us and waving at everybody who's in live stream land. And we're going to take some audience questions. You know, it's 2018 now. It's a new year. It's a new me. And and we're going to take some questions and just kind of go from there. So we'll be live streaming part of the episode, and then we're just going to kind of be business as usual after that. So, Jimmy, you want to shoot us one of those questions? Where's Noel?
Noel's
He's
actually sick right now.
He was so sleepy earlier.
Noel's not feeling too well.
Noel is sick AF.
Wow. Good word.
Yeah.
Sick AF. Okay.
Noel's not feeling well, so yeah.
So everybody give your condolences to Noel. Everybody go tweet at him that he is a sweet man and we want him to get better.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Get better soon.
Sweet man.
What else you got, Jimmy?
Thoughts on using Star Wars characters in a short film?
Thoughts on using Star Wars characters in a short film. Who asked that?
That was...
They're coming in quick then.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming very quick.
Mm.
Was Brandon Michael Maddox.
Brandon Michael Maddock asks, what are our thoughts on using Star Wars characters in short films? In our own short films, I assume. What do you guys think?
I mean,
Like existing Star Wars characters or original?
I think that's what he's asking.
Like
Existing.
Existing.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm
that's
not sure.
That is
tough.
a tall order. Yeah, that's a tall order. I think we've all kind of talked about this in length outside of Hawk Talk and like how we felt about Star Wars. And I won't give any spoilers, but I feel like that's really the hardest part about directing a Star Wars film now is you have to be able, at least in the juncture that Star Wars is in their universe right now, it's like, how do we keep pushing forward new characters and also still give respect to the older, more original characters? And that's, I feel like, I don't know, man. Like, honestly, my feeling is I wouldn't want to do that. I would want to make our own original characters. I wouldn't want to use existing characters unless they didn't necessarily have a storyline. Maybe they were like a character you don't see till the very end. Like they're trying to, like it's a mission to get to them to do this thing. And it turns out that they don't even get there in time or something. And the character has to come into their own and they have to do it themselves. And then the person shows up. It's like, hey, how you doing?
Our friend,
Yeah.
were you about to say that, actually?
No, go ahead.
Our friend Alyssa actually wrote a really dope script where the whole story, it like featured Darth Vader as a character.
Yeah.
But without giving away too much, it was really cool. It featured Darth Vader as a character, but told like another story within, I don't know, his life.
I think the way that Rogue One did it is the way I would do things. Just because we're focusing on a cast of original characters that we've written, but just happening at around the same time, existing characters are already there in the universe. Maybe.
Yeah.
I do want to visit the Old Republic though, like in live action. That would be cool.
Yeah. Cool.
But we've talked about this before. I prefer original characters.
I'm going to go with original characters too.
Cool. What else you got for us, Jimmy?
What do you want your legacy to be?
Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
Wow, that's
Wow.
That's a deep question.
that was from who?
Luke Varner.
Luke Varner asks us, what do we want our legacy to be? Man, Jeremy, you want to start us off on that one?
An anthology. I don't know. Like, as in, what do we want to leave behind?
I think so. How do you want to be remembered? Sounds like that's
As individuals or a team?
I don't know. Like, just I keep doing what I do and keep doing it. Just keep moving on. I don't think about that.
Yeah, it's one of those things for me. It's like it's really hard for me to not think about it. And I don't know, maybe that just became more of a reality because I became a father. But yeah, those are one of those things that if you won't be able to sleep.
Yeah.
You won't be able to sleep at night, especially like where we're at right now. We have so many different things we need to get done. So it's almost like you don't really have the time to think about those kinds of things. I think someday I'll be able to say that hopefully I accomplished all those goals that I wanted to do. And I think for me, you have to have the foresight to know what you want in the long run, but you can't put too much on that. You also have to see what's in front of you too.
I think it's more like I have a compass and it points to where I want to go, and I just do what I need to do to follow that compass.
Yeah.
But I don't think about what people think about that compass. Or
because it's
whatever.
like it's so funny too because
or how
like,
it's perceived.
When you're growing up, like some folks when they go out and they get their trade and they find out what they want to do, there's usually like, for instance, like a doctor, there are specific paths that you have to go down to become a doctor, right? And nothing to take back from anybody, but the industry that we're in, there's no 5 ways that you can do it. There are 1,000 ways that you can get there, wherever there is, and that there is only based off of your perception of getting to a certain point. And then when you're there, you're probably going to want to go further anyways, or at least stay there. Yeah. So it's like, it's hard. It's one of those things I think about a lot. I think
like for me, like I think I'm not trying to think more of a specific legacy. Like, do I want to make a movie? Do I want to make a series? Like, do I want to be a CEO of a giant company? Like, I think it's more of on a personal level. I think I just want to make sure that at the end of the day, I leave a positive impact on people. And that's really all I kind of hope for, is that I leave the place, like I leave the earth a better place than I left it.
Yeah.
And that's really all I can ask for.
Yeah. For me, I would absolutely love to create a piece of art that I think resonates with people the way that a lot of content, art, and stuff that's been created resonate with me. How stuff, content, characters, universes, like Star Wars has impacted me. I hope to one day create something that can influence someone and inspire someone the way that these characters in this universe has inspired me.
Yes,
and
world building
and create something that is a positive, I think, influence and positive inspiration to people. And I think I've said it from the very beginning. Like, if one person watches the stuff that we do and goes off and is inspired to go and do what they want to do, just because they think it's possible now, just because a bunch of doofuses like us went and made it happen, then I think that's the kind of legacy I want to leave. I want to see other people go out there and make their dreams come true. And it's such a rewarding feeling hearing that people, like, I mean, since we started SMOC, people hit us up and they're like, I started going to film school because of you guys. I started doing this because of you guys. And it's just like,
that's
what?
insane.
It's insane, dude. You changed the trajectory of your life because of stuff that we did. Like, that is unbelievable.
Dude, look at Fred.
Yeah. I mean,
look at Jimmy.
Yeah, look at Jimmy.
Yeah.
Look at Jimmy.
Your boy Jimmy, Jim Jam, Jiminy, Jim.
Everybody send love to Jimmy right now because he's awesome.
Yes.
I don't know. I've never done this before with live Instagram, so I don't know what it looks like. Is there a heart there, Jimmy?
There's a heart.
Everybody press the heart.
Press the heart.
Press it.
Press the heart,
Oh my
guys.
gosh, they're coming through like crazy right now. Oh my god, you guys are amazing. So, yeah. What other questions do you have for us? I saw one that's while you're looking for another one. I saw one that's how's Fred. We just saw Fred last night. We had a little get together for New Year's, and Fred's doing well. He's at IGN. He's living the dream, and we're all so happy and so proud of him, and we miss him like crazy. But you know what? He's out there and he's doing his thing and
strutting his stuff.
Yep. And we're very proud of our boy.
So Hiva K1.
Hiva K1.
What villain would you like to play?
Oh.
Hiva K1 asks, what villain would we like to play? Ooh, very interesting. I've always wanted to play like a villainous villain.
What kind of villain?
What kind of villain? Oh man. I don't know. Off the top of my head, like, are we talking like? Are they talking specific character? Like, what kind of villain do I want to play? Like specifically, or is this a?
What villain would you like to play?
I think it's a specific.
I think he's asking like what.
That's a hard
Tony,
question.
do you have anything that?
I've always wanted to play a Negan type. I've always I think that's one of the reasons why I've actually. It's so funny because when you hear people talk about Walking Dead, especially as of late, they're like, I feel like Negan's just too OP right now, and it makes me want to stop watching it. Especially folks that haven't actually read the comic or the graphic novel. Whereas me, I've never read the graphic novels, but he's been such an important piece of their development as a series that I've literally gone back over and over and over again. Maybe if I didn't enjoy that last episode, just purely based off of Negan, the character. And I've always wanted to play a character like that. I've always wanted to be a Sith as well. I've always wanted to play a Sith. Real bad.
I would love to be a bad guy in Star Wars. Are you kidding me? The bad guys in Star Wars are freaking awesome.
Yeah, they are.
I don't care what any of you guys say, man. I think Kylo Ren is cool.
I think he's got such a cool character. Such a cool character. Such a deep character.
Did you guys see the Kylo Ren challenge going on?
Kylo Ren challenge is so ridiculous.
Oh my god!
I like John Mayers. He started it, right?
Yeah, he started it.
Yeah, that's great.
I like the buttons that he had.
You know, honestly, it's actually pretty hilarious, all the memes and the jokes that come from it. But when people started joking about it, when The Last Jedi first came out, I was like, I don't like this because that's just straight up mean. That's literally being mean to Adam Driver, and I didn't like that. And I'm iffy on it now, but I'm not denying that it's not funny. It's freaking hilarious. But guys, come on.
Is it mean to him? Because wait, are we talking about
mean?
that?
It's like
I don't think
straight up. You know, most people's context when they post stuff like that is just because it's funny. But you can definitely tell when someone's posting something about Adam Driver specifically as an attack to him, and the way he looks.
I mean,
I thought he looked good in the he worked out good job.
I mean,
Adam
he's
Driver.
fine.
So that's why I think
fine.
it's funny because
It's
everyone's
cool.
mimicking a good shot of him.
I think I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about that meme cartoon that came out that was Adam Driver and then Luke comes up, or it's Kylo Ren shirtless and then Luke comes up and milks him?
Oh,
like
ew.
like the
have
you seen that?
Okay, that's mean.
Yeah, like that. I saw that one.
well,
I was
that's
like,
one of
that's
the many
ruthless.
things.
It was like the vein
That
of
is ruthless.
Oni cartoons. They look like Oni cartoons.
But that's just
it's
one of the many things. The first thing, just posting stretched out wide, super wide ass body in those comics and whatever.
That's just mean.
Yeah, that's just mean.
I like Adam Driver. I think he's great. We were talking about this last night. He's got such an interesting style. It's very I don't thinking he's completely conceptualized Kylo Ren. Almost, I don't want to say almost by himself, but because he didn't write it, but he's conceptualized it visually. So we understand what this character is.
Dude, regardless if you guys like the movie or not, his Adam Driver's performances are really good.
Yeah,
He's very intense.
He understands the character.
He is so good.
Taking
He went to
out of-
Juilliard.
Taking out of context whatever other filmmaking aspects you might not like if you didn't like that shot, or if you didn't like the way it was edited in here, or the way it was portrayed or revealed through a series of reveals, that's fine. But Adam Driver himself, he's a good actor, and his performances are good.
I would even say he's probably the strongest actor next to Laura Dern in that entire movie.
Laura Dern's pretty dope.
Yeah, he was stretching those acting muscles, man, and he was
Daisy Ridley also noticeably improved. Big jump in improvement in her acting, I thought.
Yeah.
From Force Awakens to The Last Jedi.
Agreed. But I've
That was
always thought she
interesting.
was good.
Yeah. What was the original question? What were we talking about?
What villain would you play? So
Wow, that got off the rails.
Yeah.
I think we both said Star Wars villains.
Star Wars villains, or I always like villains that have a crap ton of dimensions, because I think one of my favorite quotes,
like Thanos.
Yeah,
he can go through different dimensions.
No, not like that. And he actually can't go through dimensions. He has an Infinity Stone that does that.
Okay, fine, whatever.
So, just saying. I would like a character like if you see, for instance, like I forgot his name, in Inglourious Bastards, Christoph Waltz character. He's got so many dimensions. You're just like he actually does.
Hans Landa.
Landa. He
So
understands empathy. He understands sympathy. He understands evil, and he still makes the choices that he.
Oh no, he's a total
does.
sociopath. In
Yeah.
that movie.
He understands what he's doing.
And
He's
it's
just choosing still to do it.
Yeah, he's just a crazy. He's maybe even a psychopath. Honestly.
Yeah, and then like same thing with like it's like a character like Negan, same thing. And like there are times like the time where he's talking to Carl and he's like making fun of him, and Carl starts crying and he's like, "Oh shit, kid," and you're like, "Wait a minute, what? I'm sorry. Do you feel bad about for saying that now?
Feel
like,
bad for making a kid cry.
Dang, dude." And then he brings him back up and like makes him feel confident again. I was like, dude. And then he'd randomly just switch. It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just not kill 3 of my men?" And he like puts the seal on the thing. And it's like, "Oh my God, dude."
What kind of villain would you be? Sorry.
Would I be? I don't play villains. I don't play anything. I'm not in front of the camera.
But if
Yeah,
you
neither
would,
of you are front of the camera people.
I like more psychological thriller type
villain.
villains. Yeah. A lot of dimensions. Like a villain where it seems from his perspective, his or her perspective, you could see that they could be right in their viewpoint.
Yeah.
And you understand why they are the way they are. Those are my favorite types of villains.
So
Like-
Hannibal Lecter.
Maybe not Hannibal Lecter.
Or like a Ozymandias from Watchmen, like where he thought he
more
was
along
doing.
those lines where I don't know.
It's a tricky question.
Yeah, I can't really think of a villain right now that's like that off the top of my head. But I've noticed that villains that tend to attract my attention are villains who feel like they're justified in what it is they're doing. And it could, like, even as a person, you watching the movie, you can see where they're coming from too. And that's the tough choice. Like, if you were the one in their spot and you made a bad decision, you would end up like that villain.
Oh, playing a serial killer would be really interesting because, like, if you guys haven't seen Mindhunter.
Oh my God, Mindhunter is so
God.
good. Dude, okay, so in Mindhunter, Ed Kemper in Mindhunter is so good. So brilliant. That's the kind of villain I want to see.
You two at the same time.
Yes,
really good
oh
show.
my God, I completely forgot about
Have
that.
you ever listened to
Such
those
a good show.
actual recordings?
Yeah, it's
Super
creepy.
scary.
So
What else
creepy.
you got for us?
Magnaphase Productions asks if you could date a comic book character, who would it be?
Magnaface Productions ask if we could date a comic book character.
Like romantically?
Who would I date?
Is this like dating for
No,
dating? Or
Tony,
dating
we're not
for
dating
marriage?
romantically. It's platonic dating.
Dating for marriage or dating for like
For fun?
for funsies?
For funsies.
Oh wait,
It's a good question.
Huh.
if I could date any Barbara Gordon.
It totally.
Is that too predictable?
Wow.
Is that too predictable?
Wow, guys. Yes, it's too predictable. Pick another one.
Dating a
I need to think about it
depends.
now.
Dude, I was gonna go for a predictable one too. Dating for marriage, Captain America. That's solid America.
That's
right
a
there.
solid
Yeah.
choice.
Solid choice.
I know
Solid
he would
choice.
treat me nice.
Yeah.
Like,
Be very
he'd
loyal.
be classy. He's from New York. It's all good.
He's a respectable
He's
gent.
Respectable man.
Tall, handsome, really strong.
He's also a Chris. So
Chris.
Yep. So you got a type.
I gotta type.
That's a really good question. I feel like I don't know, man. It just depends. It just depends on situations and circumstances. It just depends.
Circumstances.
I don't know, man. That's a really tricky question. Cause I would say like, oh, I would totally date Wonder Woman, but like, why the hell would she date me?
Is that the question? Is that what we're trying to consider?
I would totally date Wonder Woman. But like, I don't know if she would enjoy that very much.
She'd be like, no, you're just kind of wimpy.
Yeah,
I mean, she likes normal dudes. Steve Trevor's a normal dude.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
But I'm not
you're no Steve Trevor.
I'm no Steve Trevor, dude. I'm gonna be real honest with you.
Steve Trevor was actually pretty
He's a
dope.
war hero.
He's pretty dope normal
Total
dude.
war hero.
Yeah.
In World War I. That was a scary war, guys.
This was a scary war, yeah.
I don't know, man. Wonder Woman's cool. I like Starfire. Starfire is really. I feel like. Also, actually, I'll say this: I had a very interesting, like, crush on Raven because I thought Raven.
It's okay. I have a crush on Raven too.
Like the
sure.
animated series.
Yeah,
Teen Titans?
because I always felt like she had a really big heart, and everybody always took it for granted because she pushed people away, and I think that. Based on different situations and different circumstances, as Danny says, I think a person like her, if she actually did open up to like love, she would actually be a really interesting superhero, like almost a completely different superhero.
What's another question for? Oh wait, no, Jeremy, you didn't say yours.
Well, I was gonna go off of you. Like Raven, I related to the most whenever I was watching that show as a kid. For obvious reasons, I don't know.
I just wanted to be Raven. I thought she was dope.
Yeah,
I was like,
no,
like
she's
your
definitely
gothy
really
thing
cool, and
going
I did
on.
have a little crush on Raven. So Raven is my answer, I guess.
No, never
That's-
mind. I changed my mind.
She's like, no, Jeremy
Actually,
wants
no, I changed my mind too.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Don't you say it?
Say what?
Oh, I know. I already know which one it is.
Okay.
I had
No,
the
you say
biggest crush on Artemis. Oh my god.
You did?
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I
She's
totally
like
forgot about that.
totally your type too. She's oh my god, Artemis is Carissa.
Yes,
It's
I
crazy.
totally see it.
Oh, she'd be such a cute Artemis.
Yeah, I'm trying to get her. I try to get her to cosplay. Guys, everybody go follow at Carissa Bane and tell her to go cosplay. Tell her to do it.
Her name is Carissa Bane after Darth Bane because she's not after Bane, the Batman villain.
Yeah, yeah. That's,
Bane, like
yeah.
Bain.
Yep, Darth Bane.
Bane.
Yeah.
Did I win?
You won. Good.
What
good
else?
work,
What
Matt.
other questions you got for us there, Jimmy?
Jacob Radcliffe asks your thoughts on Robin's costume from Titans.
Bro. Dude.
We were talking
Hold on,
about this
sorry.
on the
We gotta
live stream.
repeat the question in case they didn't
Yeah,
hear.
yeah,
but
go ahead.
What was his name?
Jacob Radcliffe.
Jacob Radcliffe asks, "What do we think about the Robin costume from Titans?" Go,
Bro, so we were talking about this on the hangout for the Patreon tier, $25 Patreon tier.
Yeah.
And dude, it is so cool. Like, this is probably one of the coolest TV costumes I've seen in a long time, and that got me excited. And what? It doesn't look like a TV costume.
Dude, all the TV
And there's like no leather.
no leather. Thank God, no leather.
No leather!
Dude.
Huzzah.
The Robin costume and the Hawk and Dove costumes look freaking amazing so far.
Pretty
I was,
legit, dude.
I saw that. I was like, they must have a crazy high budget for that because they are on par with movie costumes, which is crazy. Have you seen them?
Which is
Is it
interesting.
TNT?
No.
Yes. No. It's gonna be on DC's own streaming service. Hold on.
I haven't seen it.
I got that DC
I will show you
Warner
right now.
Got
Brothers
that. Got
money.
that WB. Got that WB money.
Ho, 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 ho.
I'm not surprised.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
not yet.
I have 1% battery.
Oh no. Not
Also-
1%.
Other answer, Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
But I'd treat her right, and it'd be fun as fuck. There you go.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
Solid. There's Robin's costume. Be sure to take a look at the detail. Yeah, dude, the Hawk and Dove costumes look crazy too. What else you got for us?
There's a lot of love for Jan.
A lot of love for Jan.
Ooh.
Keep it tight, keep it soiced. That's his
Keep it
catchphrase.
soiced.
People asking about Red Hood.
A lot of people asking about Red Hood.
The Red Hood project.
The Red Hood Project. We can't say too much about that because it's not a project we specifically are at the helm of. But our friend Hassani is working really hard on it. I know we had to take a bit of a break from shooting until later this month because of some technical difficulties. But yeah, it's pretty cool. That's about it. Like I said, it's not an Ismahawk production per se. It's being produced by one of our good friends. It's going to be really awesome. And that's
It's not
about it.
related to anything that we were doing
yeah.
before.
Yeah, but Noel's the main character, and he kills it, and you might see someone else that you may recognize. So, yeah, there you go. What else you got? I mean, maybe we'll have Hisani on the show when he's getting ready to release that, so we can help hype him up. So,
your boy Hisani.
What else you got, Jim Jam?
Clark Barr 81 asks, "What is your favorite movie quote?"
Clark Barr 81 asks, "What is our favorite movie quote?" Tony, just pick one because I know you have a million.
Yeah. As of recently, I remembered about the outro monologue. Sean Bean's outro monologue in Troy as Odysseus is some of the best written. I feel like some of the best written material in the last 15 years, easily. Oh yeah, it's great. It's I don't know it like in order, like verbatim. I used to, but I don't know anymore. It is we lived. He says he's basically talking about war, and he's putting the two coins on Achilles' eyes as Achilles dies. Hey, spoiler: Achilles dies.
Yeah, like what, thousands of years?
Spoiler for this 1,000-year-old Iliad.
And he's basically saying we lived in the time of monsters and of craziness, and let them say that I lived. He says men rise and fall like the winter wheat, but these names will last throughout the ages. Let them say that I lived in the time of Hector, tamer of forces. Let them say I lived in the time of Achilles, and that's the end. Yeah, it's very very pretty.
That's solid.
It's a very
just
very
watching
pretty.
that scene the other day.
Yeah, it's a very pretty monologue.
What about yours, Danny? What's your quote?
I can't think of one off the top of my head. I feel like there's many, and if I'm going to say
so many all the time.
Yeah, and if I'm going to try to say my favorite quote, I'm like
I don't know if I have a favorite, but literally the first thing that came to mind, probably because I say it here a lot, is coffee is for closers.
Oh,
Coffee
yeah.
is for closers.
Coffee is for closers, guys.
Always be closing.
ABC, always be closing. Always be closing.
So that would be
No,
my
I
turn.
love that monologue. He's just so
Savage.
so sad.
So
It
savage.
feels so good, though. You're
Oh
like,
yeah,
yes,
here it is.
yes.
What about you, Jer?
Go ahead. You're good.
The one I can think of right now is probably Rogue One, Diego Luna's character in the trailer. This was in the trailer for Rogue One. He said, "Make 10 men feel like 100," and I was like,
Ooh,
sold. I'm seeing that movie.
That's a good
That's
quote.
a strong. That's such a badass line. He just turns around and is like, "Make 10 men feel like 100." Whoa. Okay, I'm in. Let's do
In
this.
Rogue One,
Let's
right?
rebel. Or the freaking Last Jedi, where John Boyega's character Finn says, "Rebel scum." Ooh, kill him. Damn, so hot.
You've always
here.
been scum.
There's also
Yep.
a
Rebel
Pacific
scum.
Rim,
Ooh.
Tonight We Cancel the Apocalypse or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I like that one. That's a solid, you're like, I'm in. We're going to cancel the
I was
apocalypse.
like, wow, that was I did not expect that movie to be as dope as it was.
Oh, it's so dope.
What movie?
Pacific Rim.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
me
I
and
like that a lot.
I love that movie.
Me and Jeremy walked out of Pacific Rim and we're like, we need to make a video with giant robots
Yes,
because
we
that
need
shit
to make
was
a
tight.
Gundam video.
Yes.
Giant robot movie for sure.
Yes.
That needs to happen one day.
We need to make a mech.
You know, halfway through Pacific Rim, and it was getting like towards the end of the second act too, or like already the third act, and I'm like, I know there's giant robots fighting giant monsters, but where's the robot with the sword? And then they pull out a sword, and I'm like, yes!
And
In
they
the
use
theater, I literally turned to you. I was like, "Where's the sword?" I still haven't seen one, and they were like in space fighting with the flying kaiju, and he was like, "Wait, we have one last weapon. What is it?" Boom! Flip open
She
the
yells
panel.
that in Japanese.
Yes, and it's so cool. They press the button, pull out the sword, and just slices the thing off.
That was
Oh my
such an
God.
effective use of the sword too.
Yes.
Did you see Pacific Rim?
No.
Bro,
So cool.
No, I haven't
it's
seen it.
ridiculous.
It's
but
so
it's dope.
ridiculous.
Oh, it's so good.
Don't like.
about the
obviously,
Godzilla
it's not a
quote?
Godfather. You
The
know.
Godzilla quote.
Gogeta.
Let them fight. You're like, oh! Everybody in the theater was like, oh shit.
Oh, Caesar. no in Rise of the Planet of the Apes when he shouts no. That quote.
No.
That moment is so powerful.
Like,
He just spoke.
My favorite quote I feel like has been used in like a bunch of different movies, but it's all been in the same context. I'm Batman.
Okay.
Come on. Okay, it's a classic for a reason, guys.
All right, man. Good for you.
It's
good
say
work.
so.
Good work.
Yep. Say so.
I actually do have the quote here. It's if they ever tell my story, let them say that I walked
No,
with
you have to
giants.
say it in his
Yeah.
voice.
Yo,
You
you want
gotta
me to
do
do
it.
Sean
Do
Bean?
it.
All right.
do the
You're an
Sean Bean.
actor.
All right. If they ever tell my story, let them say I walked with giants. Men rise and fall like the winter wheat, but these names will never die. Let them say I lived in the time of Hector, tamer of horses. Let them say I lived in the time of Achilles. That was my Sean.
We need to do an audiobook or like
Winter is
we were
coming.
talking about another show, like little audio podcast thing,
Radio
doing
drama.
story maybe.
Yeah.
So that'd be
Maybe.
I'm
cool.
down.
Maybe.
Yeah, would you guys listen to an audio podcast story, like basically like an actual narrative, scripted narrative
Yeah, all
in
of us
podcast
doing,
form?
Yeah, reading it.
We do it like Orson
Podcast.
Welles style. Like when you used to,
War
when
of
you
the
used to do
Worlds.
War of the
War of the
Worlds on
Worlds.
radio.
Yes.
That'd be
Orson
that'd be-
Welles.
That'd be fun. That'd be real fun.
Audio narrative.
What you got for us, Jim Jam?
If you could cast your ideal Jon Stewart for the DCEU, who would you pick?
Oh my lord.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
What was the
Oh, the
question?
question
Repeat
was-
the question.
Oh yeah, repeating the question. If we could cast our ideal Jon Stewart for the DCEU, who would it be? Both Jeremy and I,
Idris
and
Elba.
Tony.
Idris Elba.
And Tony.
Yeah, Idris Elba.
There's no other choice. Don't cast anyone else, DC. It's a
And
bad
if you don't,
decision.
if you don't make
Sorry.
him Jon Stewart, let him be 007.
Yeah, I'm good with that too.
Yeah,
What
I'm
do you
down.
Let him be 007.
I don't know who Jon Stewart is.
The Green
he's,
Lantern.
He's a Green Lantern.
Oh, a Green Lantern. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
he's one of the Green Lanterns.
Yes.
He was in.
Oh, I know who we're talking about.
He's the one from the
now.
Justice League TV
okay,
show.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Idris Elba?
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
For sure. I love him.
I've been gunning for Idris Elba for Green Lantern for the longest time, and I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen either,
because
dude.
he's Heimdall in
Marvel?
Thor, in the
Yeah.
Marvel films. But man, would it be so cool if he could
That
just
would be
pop
so
up.
amazing. Let's just make him 007.
Just kill him in Infinity War so he can beat Green Lantern. Come on.
No.
Come on.
No, you're
No.
gonna jinx it.
No.
Well, everyone's gonna die in Infinity War. Come on.
Hey, he
Do you think
seems.
Spider-Man's gonna die?
No.
No.
They just added him.
He's a baby.
Do you think they would kill off Spider-Man?
No.
Why
and
would they do
somehow-
that? Why
Not
would they
this early.
And then
cast someone like Tom
I don't know,
Holland
man. It's
for the
just a
future of the
hypothetical,
MCU?
It's just a hypothetical, man. I
I
don't know.
don't need
All
your
right, fair enough.
bullshit
right,
questions, Tony.
Jimmy. Next.
Next would be Jedi Master Kev asks if you could bring a hero into the MCU, who would it be and who would you cast?
Jedi Master Kev asks if we could bring a hero into the MCU, who would it be and who would we cast?
The MCEU, like,
MCU, the movies.
okay.
What character? Melissa, you're the biggest Marvel fan in this group, so what do you think? If you could bring
They've been
anyone.
doing really well on covering my bases. So, and then like the X-Men movies are different, and they already casted characters that I like in there, like Psylocke. But I don't know who would I put in the MCU. I have to think about this. This is a hard one because they did Mantis,
Sorry,
which I was
don't
very
like
surprised.
Olivia Munn as Psylocke.
I'm
not big on her.
not a huge fan of her casting, but I really love Psylocke as a character. So if I could bring Psylocke into MCU and done like more of a comic version, like I would love it.
Who would you cast?
That is a great question. Who would I cast?
Jamie Chung.
Ooh, that would work.
Who's she from again?
She was Mulan in the in Once Upon a Time.
Oh,
she
I love
was
her.
she was Bulma, or no, she was Chi-Chi in the Dragon Ball Evolution film, the hit film Dragon Ball Evolution.
No, I really
She
liked her in
also-
Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, she also made a cameo in
A hit film.
the hit film Social Network.
Hey, that was a hit film. That movie was awesome.
That was a hit film. That's a very good film.
Who was she in the Social Network?
She was one of the drunk girls in the bar. with the bathroom scene?
I don't remember that scene.
Yeah, this is a hard question because they already put characters that I like in. They did Mantis, which was a great surprise for me. They did Gamora. They have Wasp is coming up with the Ant-Man movie. I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, that's gonna be so cool.
Cool.
I don't know anything about Ant-Man, guys. Like on the comics.
Mm.
I do not know a lot about him.
He's a man size of an ant.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh, did you watch the movie?
I did.
That's about all you need to know, really. Hank Pym beats his wife. He's never been able to recover from that as a character.
That's why they went with not Hank Pym.
That's why they went with Scott Lang and they cast
Naturally.
But it's just cool that they managed a way to make Wasp a character because Wasp was Hank Pym's wife, Janet, and that's because in the movie her mother was the one that had the suit and got condensed down into the quantum whatever, so she was the original Wasp. So and then the daughter gets to be the Wasp, and I'm really excited for that. So
are they? Cool. Is Ant-Man and the Wasp? Are they a team?
When they were in the Avengers, they were a team. They were in the original Avengers, like both of them.
So they're not enemies.
No.
Okay.
No, they're married. Well, the Pyms are.
Can I say a villain that I'm pretty Venom? I don't know if Venom is going to be in the MCU or not. I feel like it's really up in the air because they're making the Venom movie and it's starring
Tom Hardy.
But we don't know if he's going to be in the MCU. So I'm going to say, I know he's not a hero, but I would love to see Venom appear in the...
Dude, what if they put Venom in the actual universe? I think we'll all be cool with that.
Yeah, everyone would be cool with
Tom Hardy
that.
as Venom? Interesting.
Tom Hardy versus Tom Holland. Battle of the Toms.
Dang. Dude, I still want to see John Bernthal as the Punisher with Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Same.
That's so cool.
Same. That was my answer. I really want to see the Punisher. I really, really want to see John Bernthal.
I just finished the Punisher, by the way, and it's heavy. So heavy.
Actually,
so
I
good.
watched the
So
first
good.
3
So
episodes,
good.
and I was like, I can't do this right now.
You have to, Tony.
I'm going to
Finish it.
I'm going to
It's
Finish
very
it.
heavy though. He's right.
It's good, though. It's great.
There was like a part where I went ahead because Carissa was watching it, and he was like on the ground in this like big ass warehouse, and there was a dude next to him that was like didn't look like a human anymore. I was like, God damn, what happened to that person?
I know what you're talking about.
And I had no context. I only heard about like 2 lines of monologue from the guy who was basically holding him. And
His
it was,
face is like all mashed up with the thumb and the eyes.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I was like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch
and
it.
I just
to
saw
see
John
it get there.
Bernthal's face, and he just looked so beat up.
Yeah.
I was like,
you definitely need to catch up.
Dude, he takes an unrealistic amount of punishment in that he gets shot with an arrow, he gets shot with bullets, he gets stabbed, he gets punched in the face. Like, he gets his ass whooped the entire time.
Yeah,
It
and
just
he
shows you-
still delivers it back.
Oh, it delivers it back tenfold. He'll get his butt kicked, but then he'll go and just kill that person. And so,
that scene with the FBI director. Holy shit!
Which
when he pretended like he didn't have another he loaded the gun, and he let that FBI director just tell him everything, and then you see him like drop his head and then like
Dude.
raise his
Oh,
head
yeah,
back
yeah.
up, and I was like, oh shit!
did you literally just skip to the end?
No, I haven't. That was in one of the first episodes. The FBI director scene. That was like the second episode, I think. Second or third episode.
I definitely want to watch it again. Just knowing everything that happened already.
That was like the last thing I remember I saw.
I just remembered the character that I want in the MCU.
Who?
Nova. Because
Nova.
they were because they already have Guardians in
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and he's supposed to be in the Guardians, and I mean they showed the Nova Corp, so where's Nova?
Yeah.
So that's my.
What does Nova do?
He's kind of the equivalent to a Green Lantern style character. Remember the Nova Corps in the? I mean, let's be real.
Nova Corps.
Nova Corps in the.
Yeah, I remember.
He basically the power of the Nova Corps is like distributed amongst all of the people in the Nova.
They're basically Marvel's Green Lanterns. Honestly, like, it is what it is. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was like, let's just be real here.
Yeah.
But basically, is this spoilers? Basically, Nova Corps in one of the timelines gets wiped out, and then all of the power gets put into one person. Yeah.
The entire Nova Corps.
The entire Nova Corps gets wiped out. And that's what like scared me. What movie was that one? It was Guardians 1, where they like
at the end where
all the Nova like ships were just Nova ships are just like dying. I was like, is it happening? Is it gonna happen? Are we gonna get Nova? So I don't know. We'll see. I think they're kind of setting it up. Like we know the lore. Like Nova Corps exists. So that's my hope. That'd be
kind of cool.
I will say they are in possession of one of the stones, the Infinity Stones.
Yeah. They are?
So interesting.
Oh my god, I cannot wait for Infinity War. What you got next, Jimmy?
Alan Jordan asks, what video games are you anticipating this year?
Alan Jordan asks, what video games are we anticipating this year?
Last of Us 2 is not this year. It's next year. So. 2019. Okay, never mind that.
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Monster
Dragon
Hunter
Ball
World.
Fighters.
Yeah, that's what next.
I thought it was
Monster
Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Nope.
Dragon Ball
I thought
Fighters.
that too, but nope. It's Dragon Ball Fighters. We're taking it to the 2000s.
Nice.
Using replacing S's with Z's.
Hell yeah.
Monster Hunter World. That
Monster
looks
Hunter
really
World,
cool. Which both of them come out the same day.
Yeah. And Jeremy, actually, fun fact, Jeremy bought me the pre-order for Dragon Ball Fighters for Christmas. High fives, dude.
Aww.
What a nice man. What a sweet, sweet man.
Okay. All right. I thought we were done with this. All right. So, what about you, Tone? You said
Monster Hunter World.
Monster Hunter World?
That's solid.
PS4 Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man. Spider-Man looks cool.
Spider-Man.
That Spider-Man game looks freaking awesome. Awesome.
You want to be Spider-Man?
I want to be Spider-Dan.
Oh.
Yes, you know what I'm saying.
Okay. Crackdown 3. I don't know. Is that...
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if it's coming out this year.
I don't know.
I think they said Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out this year, but we all know that's a lie.
That's a lie.
not happening.
That's another 5 years.
Yeah, we'll see you in 10
maybe
years.
10.
Kingdom Hearts.
Anthem, right? That was
Anthem.
that looks
I'm
dope.
excited for
What is
Anthem. I don't know if that's coming out this year though.
Basically, you
BioWare's
get
new game.
Yeah, basically you get an Iron Man suit that's super customizable and like it's like
I'm
MMO
going to
style.
look
It
this
looks
up.
dope.
Yes.
Oh my, yeah. You got to look at the.
It's a third-person open-world MMO.
The trailer's really long.
Ooh,
It's
I'm
really
not going to
long.
look at the trailer.
So it's like
but
a
it's
third-person.
beautiful.
I will watch the trailer
third-person
at a different
Destiny,
time.
kind of.
Yeah.
Anthem is an upcoming online multiplayer action role-playing video game being developed by BioWare and published by Electronic Arts. It is slated for 2018 release on Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One.
I just want
Please,
my own
EA,
Iron
don't
Man
drop
suit.
the bomb on
I know.
this.
That's what made me nervous. I was like, well, we got a 50-50 shot here.
Oh, are you talking about E, screw your customers over A?
Electronics screw your customers over A.
Woo!
Dude, I've been working at I was working at a video game store back when I was around 16, 17. And 16, 17, 18. And I remember EA like rolled something out where if you traded in a game, like you have to get this like online pass that only comes with the game, and if you get it, you can't play the game online. You have to buy it new. It's like these ridiculous things that just like that was like the beginning of
Yeah,
my.
you had to get a pass.
Yeah.
I remember because I had to do that.
That became my dissatisfaction. That started my dissatisfaction with EA.
I remember like when I was a kid, EA was good.
Yeah, it was dope. Yeah.
EA Sports.
EA
It's in the game.
EA lost me when they bought. So Warhammer Fantasy Online came out a couple of this must have been 6-7 years ago. I loved the beta.
40,000.
So no, it's not. It's fantasy, not 40K.
Okay.
It's sci-fi. Whatever. Anyway, EA bought it. It killed the game. Made me really sad because that game was super dope. And then I have not liked them since. So.
Tisk tisk. What do you guys think about EA? Leave a drop a comment drop a comment on this video.
Just
Now
keeps
just
adding
like
on.
sad. Like
Just keeps
thinking
adding
about
on.
it.
Yeah.
I like EA. I stopped. I don't want to say I dislike them, but I definitely stopped not liking them as much after the whole like NCAA thing went down. They don't make NCAA games anymore.
Why not?
The football game, because apparently there was some weird thing where NFL players, when their likelihood is being portrayed in a game, they get some sort of royalty for that, I think, or something. Or
yeah, of course.
NFL makes money from it, right?
Yeah. If they're using their likeness and the team's names and stuff.
And that's the thing. I don't know if this is EA's fault or this is something they even have control over. But NCAA, these kids are going to college, so you can't technically. What are you going to pay the school for using their likelihood, like in a game, like their resemblance in a game,
their
right?
likeness.
Yeah. So like I'm confused as to if it was an EA issue, like they just didn't want to pay them, or if it was an actual issue with ethics on like the board of directors of the actual school system in NCAA. And that's like, it's so sad because
a lot of legal issues.
Yeah, I see a lot of problems there.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to troubleshoot that.
It's sad too because those are the best. Those
so
are better
if you
than
play for the
Madden.
NFL, in your contract, do you sign off your rights
I think
to
so.
the use of your
Only when you're playing. That's why you can get fined when you do certain things in public while you're playing.
Yeah.
Because that isn't your jersey. That's the NFL's jersey.
Yeah.
While you're playing for this team. This is technically owned by somebody else, but the NFL is overseeing that
But
team.
college contracts are different.
I'm assuming that. Well, that can be really hairy too because like you're going to school. You're not here. I mean, you're not here to play football, right?
You're
Like,
going to school. You just happen to be playing on the team.
You just happen to be playing on the best team in the world. But and that's the thing. I don't know if it's an EA issue, if it's a NCAA issue.
Well, either way, it's not good for the consumer.
Yep.
What else you got for us, Jim Jam?
Lost in Fiction asks, what movie can you watch over and over without getting tired of?
Elf.
Lost in Fiction asks, what movie can we watch over and over without getting tired of? And Jeremy says,
Elf.
Elf?
Or The Grinch.
Oh yeah, The Grinch with Jim Carrey all the way. But there are others. Just give me a second.
What about you, Melissa?
All of the Harry Potters plus Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. So I'm really
I would say
excited.
all the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, I'll always watch those.
Oh,
Logan.
Hands down. Yeah. I actually
yeah, I
haven't
agree
seen
with
it yet.
Oh my God!
I
You haven't seen
know.
Logan yet?
No, it's on HBO now. HBO now.
Oh, man, that's
so
All
a
right,
priority.
you got to go home and watch it tonight.
Yes, you have to.
Seriously.
Absolutely have to.
It is one of the best. It's possibly one of the best films I've ever seen.
It's probably arguably one of the best superhero movies of the year in a movie stacked with fantastic superhero films.
Wow, that's high praise.
Yeah.
It's
I think I like Wonder
so
Woman better,
good.
but it was a different experience.
So I have it on my computer and I play it. Like every time I open up my movies folder, that's one of the first movies I go to just open up and start watching. It's funny because it's a habit that grew out of like checking the quality of video files and compression and stuff like that whenever I'm rendering things out or whenever I'm compressing things. So when I open up a file, I'll check the detail in the compression, in the film grain, in the how good the resolution is and stuff like that, and colors and black levels and stuff. But like it started growing into where whenever I check a file or something, I just end up accidentally watching the movie because I get sucked into the movie. Logan is one of them because I'll open up the file because I have both versions, the theatrical release and then the noir version, which is amazing,
what?
by the way. It looks dope. So for the Blu-ray release, they did or just before the Blu-ray release, James Mangold did a black and white noir version of Logan and released it in limited
not know that.
selection.
I did not know that. That's
That's
amazing.
It's so good, and they include it
That's
in the special features for the
awesome.
Blu-ray, and it's so cool.
I
It
wanna
looks
buy that.
amazing.
I wanna buy
So
that.
like when I open up the files to check it, I end up accidentally just watching the whole movie itself.
Hell yeah.
Sitting there.
Scott Pilgrim. I can never get sick of that movie.
I was about to say Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim,
I could
all
watch
the
Scott
way.
Pilgrim over and over again. That movie is freaking awesome.
That and Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Breakfast Club. Actually, yeah, Breakfast Club too.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight. I've
Yes, The
watched
Dark
that
Knight.
a million
I'll
times.
check that file constantly.
Oh man.
The Fellowship of the Rings.
Planet of the Apes, either like Rise or Dawn. I haven't checked War yet. I haven't checked the file yet.
Empire Strikes Back.
Rogue One.
Rogue
Check
One.
all that.
All the new Star Wars movies I can watch over and over again. I like them visually. I like them a lot.
Visually, I like them. I like them.
Like,
a lot.
I
And
don't care
sometimes,
what-
like, I'll watch it again just to study the movie, not to watch it as an audience member.
Yeah.
So that's why Rogue One is definitely up there, and all of the Planet of the Apes movies, because they all are very specific looking movies.
Toy Story. I can watch Toy Story.
Yes.
Dude.
The Incredibles.
Back to back.
The Incredibles.
Yes.
The
That's a good one.
Incredibles.
The opening scene for Up, like, or any Pixar movie, really.
Ooh, Mulan or
Mulan?
princess movies in general.
Okay.
The Lion King.
The Lion King.
Princess
I'll check
Bride.
that file a lot.
Rudy.
Rudy? I've never seen Rudy.
Dude, I don't think.
I know.
I honestly don't know
I
if you would
haven't
like
either.
Rudy, but Rudy is.
I
there-
probably really like it.
2 movies every single time I watch them. Doesn't matter how many years it's been since I've seen these films, they still make me cry every single time. Lion King and Rudy. Every time they carry Rudy off that field at the end of the movie and
Yeah.
the music just swells. I'm like, God damn it,
Yes.
you did it, Rudy. You did it. Yes,
Pursuit
you
of
did
Happiness.
It.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of
Anytime I
Happiness.
see that end scene with Will Smith walking out into the street and he's just like clapping to himself, I'm like, oh my God. Yes.
What a incredible shot.
Yeah.
That shot. Oh,
All right, Jim Jam's going to get us another question from the live Instagram.
Blair Vortex asks, will you be streaming more games, specifically Dragon Ball FighterZ?
You said Flare Vortex? Flare Vortex asked, will we be streaming more games, specifically Dragon Ball Fighters? We are setting up our live stream equipment. We're basically good to go. Just got to do a few more small things, and then we're basically good to start streaming here. So the plan is to start scheduling people out to be streaming
Once a week.
hopefully, well, a few times a week. Scheduling a few times a week streaming. And I think everybody's just going to be able to stream whatever it is that they want.
at this
but-
point, yeah. Like also, Carissa and myself have been thinking about streaming. So there's probably, if she's down to do that, I would basically set it up in our new place, and I would have her own thing that she would do, and then I would jump in on ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically
Sounds like
whenever.
you're yelling at me, but okay.
I'm not. I feel like that I am a loud man, and I am not yelling right now.
It's probably the headphones.
Oh, okay. Is it the headphones? Is it the headphones, Jeremy?
Possibly.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, long story short, yeah, we're planning on streaming. We have a lot of stuff happening this year. We're actually revamping HawkTalk. That's right. HawkTalk is going to get a nice facelift, new set, a little bit. We're going to be doing things just a little bit differently, and it's going to be great. We're super, super excited about giving you guys this new version of HawkTalk. We think it's going to completely reinvigorate the show and what you guys really like about the show, and we're going to try to give you guys more of what you've been asking for from each episode. So we're really excited about that. We also have a brand new show coming that will be a monthly series, and a lot of stuff. So streaming is kind of, it's important, but it's on the back end of all the millions of things that we need to get done this year. So we're going to try to get to it. And Dragon Ball Fighters, I'll stream it, but I doubt I'll play online because, I don't want to get my butt whooped over and over again. Yeah, it's just like over and over again. It's just, you get your butt whooped too. Shut up.
I mean, that's how you get better. Getting your butt whooped over and over and over
Hey,
again.
man, how do you get
I
your
think I
Juilliard?
got to where I am.
I know, I just don't have the time to keep practicing. And, a bunch of teenagers telling me they're going to bang my mom. I'm just like, no. You know what? No. Who are you? Get out of here, 12-year-old kid. Hey, that's not true. That's a lie.
Hey.
I think I can take you.
Hey. Stay golden.
Pony boy.
I've been playing Call of Duty World War II online lately.
I want to try that.
Dude, it is so fast.
It's so fast because you're
I
used to
forget.
Overwatch,
Yeah,
right?
I play Overwatch, and I play as soldier, which is usually pretty fast, and I also play as widow. But man, it is different.
Damn,
It's
I
different.
really want to jump back into it because I was like originally a Call of Duty player first. I think that was Halo is like my first FPS, really.
Hell yeah,
Halo.
Halo's
But like
fun.
Halo and Call of Duty and then Gears, I played.
Gears of
a
War,
lot.
man. I remember the first time I played that, I was like, "What is happening?"
Dude, Gears of War was freaking awesome.
It was freaking awesome. And then 2, they it was just the perfect spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I played a bit of 3. I still haven't finished the campaign for 3, but the mechanics were just a little spruced up. It was cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Beans.
What?
Any games? Are you
Oh,
gonna
you've
stream
been-
with us? Are
did
you
you-
gonna, are you
absolutely
planning
gonna
on streaming with us?
Oh yeah, I love video games.
Did you
Like,
finish the campaign for Destiny 2?
No.
Still?
I have one mission left.
Just finish it. Go finish it.
I forget. Like, I should just. I'll finish it. I
She's
literally
doing stuff
have.
and things, Jamie.
I'm doing
Okay.
things and stuff,
Fine.
and by the time I get home from
Whatever.
here, I just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Feel you.
We
Yeah.
work
Fair.
really late, like late in the evening, and Melissa's definitely an early bird, and we're night owls.
not willingly.
Yeah, fair enough. What questions do you have for us next, Jim Jam?
Famerson asks, will the ISMA vlog be coming back?
What was that? What's their name?
Famerson.
Famerson. Famerson asks, "Will the ISMA vlogs be coming back?" Yes, the ISMA vlogs are coming back. We had to take a bit of a hiatus. Noel was literally working on the show every single day, and you kind of get burned out after a while. So he's taking a little bit of a break, but it will be back, and it will be back with a vengeance. So, back with a vengeance! Back with a vengeance. It might be coming back on the second channel. We're still debating on what the best decision is. So got a lot of stuff coming to the main channel, and we're thinking about stacking some more stuff on the second channel as well. So make sure you subscribe to IsmaHawk TV, youtube.com/IsmaHawk TV. So yeah, there you go. What else you got? Oh yeah, good. That's good.
A lot of questions about screenwriting.
Screenwriting. Like
Screenwriting.
tips for screenwriting.
Okay.
I'd say the biggest tip that I can give is that you should start just reading scripts. Like,
2 minutes left.
okay, so like if you want to get better at writing scripts, just read good scripts. Like you can find databases online of just free scripts for your favorite movies and just start reading them.
I've been doing that every day. I've been
Yeah.
reading scripts. I just finished Wreck-It Ralph. That
Dope.
was-
Nice.
yeah,
Cool.
That
Like
was a
all
good
these
one.
scripts,
That was a good read.
because usually most major releases, theatrical releases, their scripts are registered with the WGA, Writers Guild of America, and so it's like, I think after release, it's publicly available most of the time or something like that.
That's good information.
Yeah, and also on nofilmschool.com, they usually post every month a list of all the scripts that went online for that month. So definitely check it out.
That's a great resource. Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Nofilmschool.com.
Don't write your scripts in Times New Roman, Arial,
You're not James Cameron.
anything but just Courier or Courier New. That's
Yeah.
it. Those are your
Actually,
choices.
Best choice, just get a script writing software.
Yep.
Like Celtx is free, CELTX. That's free. Final Draft is great. That's the industry standard. Adobe Story is also included with your Creative Cloud subscription.
Writer Duet, I think, is also a free app that you can get online, or a free website that you can use to screenwrite.
Yeah.
Like whatever, man. They all do the same thing, honestly.
Yeah, it formats it the right way, and there you go.
20 seconds. All right. For you guys who are tuning in the live stream, we love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will see you guys later, and we're going to wrap up the show actually here in a couple seconds. So thank you guys for tuning in, and let us know if you guys want us to do stuff like this in the future. All right. Okay. So, I guess we should wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, hey, thank you guys for tuning into this episode. What do you guys think of the whole live stream thing? Was that kind of cool? Is this cool to do every now and then, or do you guys like this as a regular thing? Let us know. Now, we did it on Instagram this time, but in the future, we might do it on other platforms. So there's,
Instablam, what up?
Instablam. So we might do it on other stuff. We just have a good amount of good following on Instagram. So, yeah. Any final notes before we close out?
No, script is very specific. One of the hardest things I've ever had to do was write script, because I am a actual creative writer, like for just like novels. So grammatically, it is very different.
Yes.
And
So different.
It's
It is
so weird.
so
You have to
different.
basically-
You show, not tell.
You can't tell anything. You have to
And
show
it's
it.
not like a
And it is,
novel.
It is very, very hard. It's the format is just
That's why
different.
I suggested you should start reading scripts so that you know what it's like and how it
you
flows.
know what's right and you know
because
what's
you
wrong.
might have a story in your head and you have a plot that you want to lay down, but putting it in script format, it's really hard.
Yeah, I was reading La La Land the other day. I was like, well, this is
Oh, yeah.
different than the other scripts that I read.
It's-
Just
yeah, there's so many different
formatting-wise.
types of scripts too.
Yeah.
So definitely start reading the scripts for your favorite stuff, and you'll start figuring it out.
Yeah,
And
guys,
just
it's-
finding your voice.
It's very specific.
Present tense.
That's the advice I
Show,
would give
don't
you.
tell.
Yeah.
Show, don't tell. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you guys for tuning in again. If you guys want to come hang out with us and have some live chat sessions with us face to face on what is it? It's like Google Hangout, basically. What's it called?
It's called Appearin.
Appearin. Yeah. And you want to hang out with us? We offer that on our Patreon, and it seems like it's been. Everybody's been jumping on it. So we've been having some great live chats this month. So if you want to join in next month, it is available. Check out our Patreon. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm at Danny Leshep. He's at Walk On Tony. He's at Jeremy Lee with 3 Ys. Melissa is at Mine Moon.
Mimeo Moon.
Mimeo Moon.
Mimeo Moon.
Mimeo Moon.
Yeah.
Like Vimeo.
Vimeo. Yeah, exactly.
Like Vimeo.
It's like Vimeo except with an M.
There you go.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. We love you. We'll see you later.
Love you. Bye.